VS Code is one of the most popular IDEs used for programming, and rightfully so. It allows you to download and install all of the extensions that you need and customize it the way that you want to. Let's take a look and see how we can download and install VS Code to use it for our programming. So to download VS Code, we need to go to this URL right here, code.visualstudio.com, and I'll have that linked down in the description, and we'll get presented with a similar page like this. Go ahead and click download for Windows, and it should be download for Mac if you have a Mac. And give it a second. Now our download looks like it has started. Let's go ahead and allow this to download. And now that our download has finished, let's go ahead and open up the installer. And we're going to accept the agreement, and we'll just let it install to the default path. We'll just click next on that. Now let's see, it's asking if we want to create a desktop icon. I personally don't care too much for the desktop icon. I usually pin it to my start bar, but you can create a desktop icon just by clicking that box there. You do want to add open with code action to Windows Explorer file context menu, and you do want to add open with code action to Windows Explorer directory context menu. That's it. Yeah, you definitely want to have all four of these checked. So let's go ahead and install. We'll go ahead and let that install real quick. Once that's finished installing, you'll be prompted with this screen right here. We'll click finish. And we can go ahead and close our browser window. And we should get a pop-up window for Visual Studio Code. This is just launching VS Code for you. So now that we've installed VS Code, let's take a look around a little bit. So you should have a welcome screen that looks like this. You may have a customization screen. You could customize it however you want. So let's take a look and see what VS Code has to offer. So over here is your Explorer menu. Whenever you're coding, you'll generally open up a folder that will have all of your different files over here that you are working on currently on that project. Here is a search function. It basically just allows you to search and replace for things in your code. Source control, we don't really care too much about that right now. That's for Git and GitHub. Whenever we get to that, you can integrate Git and GitHub into your VS Code directly, so you can push and pull from GitHub. Extensions is right here. It's the very last one, and we can search and install different extensions, and this is where you're going to be able to really feel the customization of VS Code. VS Code offers many extensions, which allows you to customize your experience to however you code, along with allowing you to code in different languages without the need for a big bulky system like Visual Studio. And this is the debugger. The debugger is used for debugging applications and stuff like that. If you've used anything like Visual Studio or Atom or Sublime, I'm sure they all come with built-in debuggers. That's how you would do that. You can also change your settings over here. So if we go to settings, and there's a bunch of different settings, you can change the way that VS Code is displayed, the colors, basically everything. You can change. You can play with your extensions, just about everything you can change in the settings. I'm sure there's a setting for it if you want to change it. Over here is a sidebar toggle. You can toggle your sidebar, your terminal down here at the bottom, and your extra view sidebar. And this allows you to customize your layout right here. So you can go full screen. You can go Zen mode if you want. Or I just like the standard, just like that. And that's the basics to Visual Studio Code. Thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, make sure you post them in the comments. I'll be answering questions all the time. So I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, make sure you slap a like on it, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.